Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tootie, and I have another video about some Glossier products that I purchased a while back. My entire face is Glossier. I just wanted to try to wear the products that I'm going to be talking about. I guess I just wanted you guys to see it in action as I'm talking about it. I want to talk about the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. So I got two colors. I got Deep and Rich. Deep is the lighter one, and Rich is the darker one. And I got them kind of on accident. I bought Deep first. I'm not sure why. I'm obviously not light skinned, but I was just like, oh yeah. But this is just too light, and it did kind of make me look ashy. So I went through I wanted to just exchange the Deep for the Rich, but they just, I gave my reason, and they're like, just keep it. And you'll get your $26 back. So I decided, all right, well then I'll just buy the Deep, I'll buy the darker one, which is Rich. And so I got both of them. So would I repurchase it? No. I don't really like the idea of a skin tint that is as oily as this one. It just doesn't have the coverage that I would like. I think if it had a little bit more, then maybe I would justify buying it, but it was just very little coverage and it was just too oily. So it was just like I was putting on this product that just ended up making me look greasy, so it's just not suited for someone with my skin type. So I wouldn't repurchase it. And also the coverage, it is supposed to be a skin tint, so I recognize that, but I struggle with acne and I do have hyperpigmentation, so I do want something that will have just a hint of color. Not a hint of color, because that's exactly what this has. It's literally like a hint, but a little bit more coverage, I think would suit me better. And also, I just think that for $26, you can buy a drugstore foundation, and accomplish a skin tint, but by just being light-handed. So Lisa Eldridge, she's here. She's a renowned makeup artist, and she also has a YouTube channel. And one of her tips is that you take your favorite foundation and just buff it in, like use a very small amount, or you mix it with your moisturizer. But anyway, you just use a very small amount and just buff it in. And you can kind of use that as your skin tint instead of buying a whole separate product as a skin tint. I would recommend, like, for instance, if I had a daughter and she was getting interested in makeup and I wanted to buy her makeup, but I didn't want her to be like matte faced and heavy makeup because she's young and she's cute and she doesn't need all that, Glossier. Glossier is what I'm going to buy my daughters when they start wanting to play around in their own makeup. But no, for a grown-ass woman, no, I would not recommend. Anyway, okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is their stretch concealer. So I got two shades. I have Rich, which is deeper than Deep. So I got these two on purpose. It wasn't like I tried to return one and then they told me to keep it and I got a refund, not like the Glossier Skin Tint. I just bought both of these because I wanted them for two different reasons. One, for the under eye, so I used Rich, which is the lighter one, under eye for brightening. And then the Deep I use to cover my hyperpigmentation because that's more closer to my actual skin tone than Rich is. They are $18. Do I like them? Yes. Would I repurchase? Yes, with a caveat. I would not repurchase the deeper one for to be my spot concealer, because as you can see, my hyperpigmentation does still show through. So I wouldn't repurchase for that. And also the texture is really emollient and oily, and for my hyperpigmentation on my skin, I like a more soft matte consistency because I'm an oily skin girl and I don't want it to slide around that much. But I would repurchase the Deep, which is the lighter one, because the texture, it is oilier, creamier, more emollient. But for the under eye area, I don't mind that. I actually kind of like it. If I was trying to accomplish a no makeup look, I think that the, what is this? The Deep does well under eyes, and it has just enough coverage, and it's pretty imperceptible, I guess. So yes, I would repurchase the Deep for the under eye area. Will not repurchase the Rich for the rest of my face because the texture of it and the coverage just doesn't quite get the job done for me. Okay, what is next, y'all? I'm gonna talk about the Wowder. I think that Wowder came about later on because there were so many people complaining about how oily their products are and how shiny you look after a while. So this was their remedy to that, which was a finishing powder. I got this one in Dark Deep. It's not their deepest one. They have one color after this, but this is the second deepest one. It's $22. What do I say about Wowder? It's fine. It's okay. I'm not going to repurchase it just because I have way too many powders, and this is all my powders are basically like a freaking lifetime supply, and I don't wear makeup that often, and I just wasn't wowed by it, even though it's called Wowder. It's fine. So I put this on underneath the Skin Tint, which helps with how oily the Skin Tint is. So it does kind of help with that. And the color match is good. It's tinted, so it doesn't look ashy on me as a finishing powder too. It doesn't look too ashy, but the color is a little off, so I can't go heavy-handed on it. It gets the job done. Not my favorite powder. It is 22 bucks though, so I think that's a good price, but I think that I can find a powder that works just as well in the drugstore for less. So I wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm not mad that I have it either. So next, so this is the Cloud Paint. I like the Cloud Paint. I have this in Haze, which is described as the Deep Berry. So what I like about the Cloud Paint is that the formula is nice and light. I typically don't like cream or liquid blushes because they're emollient, and I am oily, and that just makes me look more greasy. But with the Cloud Paints, they're thin. They're like a more liquidy type of texture, but they're very nicely pigmented, and I almost feel like it's like a tint, you know. So it's highly pigmented, but you don't need a lot of it. And for people with oily skin, that's nice because you get big impact, but without the greasy texture of it, which surprises me because all their other shit is so greasy. But anyway, let me show ya what it looks like. So yeah, you kind of mix it in, warm it up, and put it on your cheeks. And it's buildable. So it's supposed to be subtle, which is kind of like the whole point of Glossier. Like they're not about thick makeup that is very perceptible. So I could just rub that in, and it's like, it kind of looks like it disappeared, but it's so buildable that you can just keep adding layer and layer until it shows up on you. So I like but you can kind of see how if I was fair skinned, it shows up right away. So that's what I like about their formula, is that even though this is looks like a deep color, looks like a fair skinned person would not be able to wear this and look like a normal human being, but because it's so buildable, someone who's fair can wear it, and someone who's a deeper skin tone like me can build it up, and it will show on me as well. So I think they did really well with the Cloud Paint. I think I'll probably die before I get through this because you need so little. And I'm not a huge blush wearer, but I would recommend this. I would repurchase a different color too if I just feel like it, or if I get a gift card from them, I would totally buy a Cloud Paint. And it's only 18 bucks, which is pretty good. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is their lipstick, the Generation G. Sorry, I'm dropping all the stuff. The Generation G lipstick. It's described as a sheer matte tint. I got mine in Jam. Nice little color to it. But yeah, it's a cute color. lips. It's a little bit waxy, but it's not bad. It's not sticky. It almost feels like chapstick, but with color. So it is $18. Would I repurchase? No, because I think it is a expensive tinted lip balm that is very hard to build up to get an opaque full color, which isn't the point of it. But I say that to say that I think your money would be better spent buying, let's say, a MAC lipstick. I think MAC lipsticks are around this price as well. They're like 18 or 20 bucks a lipstick. And the difference is that with MAC, if I got this color in MAC, I could build this up to where it would be opaque and would look like this. But if I wanted to achieve this kind of tinted lip look, I can also do that with a regular lipstick. I would just have to be light-handed with it. I learned that tip from Lisa Eldridge as well. She was saying how, you know what, if you're gonna splurge on a Tom Ford lipstick or, you know, a lipstick that's insanely expensive, she would recommend buying a really deep or a rich color, not maybe deep, but like a rich color, because you can use it, you'll have more uses out of it. You can make a really bold lip, or you can kind of blot it on like that, mix it with a lip balm or a waxy, like a waxy lip balm or whatever, and shear it out and have a tinted lip stain. I can't build this up to look as opaque and deep and rich as this. So $18 to me is too expensive. It's basically an expensive lip balm, which doesn't, like, for what? You can just buy a regular lipstick and be light-handed with it and achieve the same exact thing, but you can't do the reverse. You cannot build this up to where it is completely opaque and looks like how it does in the tube. So to me, I would not recommend. It is not worth the money. Just buy a regular lipstick and call it good, and then go light-handed if that's what if you want a tinted lip look. All right, done bitching about it. The next one is Boy Brow. I think that's what really put Glossier on the map, was their tinted brow pomade. It's 16 bucks. I like it. I think that it gets the job done in terms of how well it shaped your brow, the color choices, and the price. I don't think I know I will repurchase, because this isn't my first one. This is my second or third. But I think what I will do for the next one is try different colors. This one's the black, and that's what I have in my brows today. But I want to try the brown, and I want to see the effect that the brown has on my brows, and if it has, I don't know, I just want to see. I want to see what it looks like, because it looks like it's a deep enough brown where I could get away with it and I won't look crazy. So, but yes, I recommend the Boy Brow. It's just a good product. All right, next product that I'm going to talk about is Balm Dotcom. So this is, I got the cherry, and I chose the cherry. Are you going to focus? No? Okay. I got the cherry because of the color. I wanted something to have a little bit of tint, and it's $12. They have different flavors and scents and stuff like that. But I just chose the cherry one, and I like it. Would I repurchase it? Maybe. It does not replace my favorite lip balm. I don't view this as a treatment lip balm. I view it as a protective lip balm. So like, my lips are already good. I just want to make sure that it's protected from wind, cold environment, whatever. It's a thicker, waxier texture, so this is the one that I would wear snowboarding, or if I'm going to the beach and I'm gonna be swimming in the ocean and I don't want my lip balm to rub off. I want it to be a little bit more substantial. I think that's the one. I also view it as a alternative to lipstick because of the color. It adds a little bit of a hint of color, but it's protective. And it's a balm, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I like it. I would repurchase it. I don't think it's too crazy of a price either. It's $12, so it is a little expensive, but the packaging, and because it goes in your pocket or your purse very easily, I like it. I think it's a good product. All right, the next skincare is the Invisible Shield Sunscreen. It's SPF 35. I like this one too. I would repurchase. Well, I don't know that I would repurchase, and here's why. I do like that it doesn't have, I think it's a chemical sunscreen, so it doesn't have the white cast, which is bomb. The only reason why I don't think that I would repurchase is because of the texture. It's very slick, and on its own, it's fine. But let's say if I were to put it over my, or underneath my makeup, underneath my skin tint, it's just too emollient, a little too greasy. But I have found other formulas that I like better that don't show up, don't do the white cast thing, and have a little bit more mattifying effect. But it's a good product. I think, how much is it? 25 bucks. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase it, but I would recommend it. I do think it's a good product. Next one. Okay, I'm done with skincare, and now I'm gonna go to body care. So I got the Body Hero Perfecting Cream, and I also bought the oil wash. It's like the shower gel, but it's like an oil shower gel. I would not repurchase the oil wash just because it's too expensive. And it's just a body wash. Like I don't need, like I use Dove or whatever. I just don't really feel that your body wash should be that expensive. You just need it to clean you and move on with your life. But I would repurchase the Perfecting Cream because I like the smell. The body oil smells the same. It's like I think the signature ingredient for the smells is orange blossom. So it has but it's subtle. It's like a subtle orange blossom smell. So it's not overpowering, and it just smells fresh. And I do like the smell. But the real reason why I would repurchase this is because of the sparkly, glittery. Actually, glitter isn't appropriate because it's not like a glitter. They have like light reflecting particles in it. So basically, when you put it on, you just have this nice sheen. Your skin looks dewy and glowy because of that light reflecting particle in it. And it just looks so, your skin looks healthy. In the summertime, if you just want to be, like when I go to the beach park and I just want to be cute, moisturized, not ashy, I like this moisturizer because you just look like you're glowing. It's like you're glowing from within, which I like. And it smells good. So, and it's moisturizing enough for the summer. It's not emollient and rich enough for the winter for me, but yes, like spring, summertime, that's the one. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is my favorite thing from Glossier, is their fragrance. Yo, do not sleep on this. There's multiple reasons why I like this. Mainly obviously the smell. The smell, they describe it as creamy, sparkling, clean, and warm. The creamy, I mean, I guess. But if I were to rate these in terms of what stands out in my mind first, I would say sparkling is number 1, clean number 2, 3, warm is number 3, and then last would be creamy. But I would also throw in like earthy clean, woody clean. You know what I mean? It doesn't smell like, I don't know, it's just like this perfect scent for me. But also what is most appealing about it is the price. It's $60. What? For a perfume that smells that good, that I react to in the way that I do, that I respond to in the way that I do, I just think that is, you can't beat that. Because previous to this, my favorite perfumes were Tom Ford Portofino. I think that's what it's called. The teal, the turquoise bottle. That's like $100, it's almost $200 a bottle. My other favorite signature smells are Chloe, Je de Dieu, whatever, that French one. And those are expensive perfumes. They're like hundreds of dollars. And this one blows it out of the water. I mean, I don't know if it's because it's a phase for me. Like there was a time where I didn't wear anything but J'adore. There's a time where the Tom Ford was my thing. I didn't put anything else on. So this could just be a phase where right now I'm really feeling this. but this is the most affordable perfume that I've bought in the last 10 years that I've liked this much. And I cannot say enough good things about it. I think that you should try it out. But what's cool about it is that if you don't want to commit to the larger $60 bottle, they have this smaller compact, but it's the solid version of it. I guess the downside to it is that when you add heat to a perfume, like when you do one of those, it changes the scent, because you're supposed to just kind of spray the perfume in the air and walk into it, walk through it, because it maintains the integrity of the scent. So I guess with this style of perfume, you're not gonna get the same scent, but I'm just not, my sensory skills are not that refined where I'm gonna be like,
you put heat to that, you rub that in, that's not the smell.
you know, like I don't fucking, like I'm not that great at smelling perfume. So for a lay person like me, this does the trick. And plus I can just keep this in my purse. I can travel with this. And for people who don't want to commit to the $6 bottle, this will be a nice little tester to see if you like the smell or not. That is my favorite scent of all time until I find my next one. You know how that goes. Anyway, I am done. That is all I have from Glossier. Write down below what you think of how it looks on my skin. Did you even know I freaking had anything on my skin? First of all, because it's so freaking lightweight and skin tinty and whatnot. So yeah, what do you think? Does it show up well? I apologize for lack of good lighting. I'm just literally sitting in front of a window, but let me know what's up. And I don't know what my next video will be, but sorry about that, you guys. People are calling me. But I will see you guys in the next one. All right? Peace.